Conversations, Real Talk, and Realty. I am here with my co-host, Lisa Brown White.
Hey, how are you today? Looking mighty lovely.
You too.
As always. Hey, we pulled it together.
It looks good.
Hey,
Pull it together well.
Didn't know what it was gonna be.
Okay. All right.
That means it's all natural. It's all natural. Everything.
And then we have Kimberly Dixon Dudley, our other co-host.
Hello. Hey, Marla. How you feeling?
I'm feeling good. How are you?
Season 4. I'm feeling fabulous. Where'd the time go? Where did this 4 seasons already?
I know. So,
wow.
And I'm Marla Lewis. I'm co-host again of Red Door Conversations, Real Talk and Realty. And it's where we just talk real estate because it's what we do every day.
Yeah, it's what we do.
And then we have all kinds of things going on behind the scenes.
Real life.
Real life.
Yeah. Real estate and real life.
Yes, that is very accurate. A lot of times we have to put on a face.
Yeah.
And because we have to do that for our client because that's what they deserve. But a lot of times there's a whole mess going on that nobody is even aware of.
Hello, I'm Chanel Hollis. Kimberly Dixon Dudley is my realtor for life. I've known Kimberly for about 20, 30 years almost. And I, in the beginning, dabbled in investments myself. I bought a couple single family homes myself. And I feel that I left a lot of money on the table. It's something that I just don't want to do on my own. I suggest if you're looking to purchase anything, it's a big investment. You should have the perfect person and partner with a professional like Kimberly Lane Properties.
We're gonna talk about that mess today. How do we handle that mess in the midst of closing deals, reaching our goals, and all of that good stuff?
How do you pull it together
and being there for other people? Because we push whatever we have going on to be there for someone else, and we could really be in a mess.
But at the end of the day, what we do is really significant, which is why I take it so personal when people are like, I'm just going to get my real estate license. People trust us. They are trusting us with their savings, all of their money most times.
The largest investment that they will ever make in their life.
So I take it so serious. I have to sleep well at night knowing that I've done everything I can for every client. And like you said, Lisa, sometimes that means putting my needs on the back burner because this is my chosen profession.
Yes.
I chose to help folks. And so I'm going to step up to the plate and do that.
I sent a very close friend of mine a text last night. And I said, I'm tired of doing everything for these kids. I'm gonna tell you why, because in my calendar, I had that the HAR appreciation luncheon was at 11 o'clock yesterday morning.
This next Thursday.
No, it was last night from 4 to 6.
Did I miss that?
Girl.
Oh my God.
I was hurt by that because one of the staff reached out to me personally because I had an RSVP about a week ago, and they said, are you going to be able to make it? And I said, yes, I can.
Now, you're talking about the Texas Real Estate Leadership Program or HAR?
No.
Something different.
The HAR appreciation. No, not that one.
That's what I'm talking about. That's next week,
no.
right?
Yes.
That's the calendar. We're balancing calendar.
And so I was like, I can't make it because that oldest one had beach volleyball practice.
Right.
Way out in Timbuktu, out there by Marla. and what do? You want them to be able to reach their goals and their dreams.
Right.
So consequently, but I wanted to go there. And then one of our guests on another show, she was there with Shad. He was there. And I got mad. I said, Lord have mercy. I text my friend. I say, I am tired of always putting my stuff on the back burner.
Well, it's also managing your calendar. Like you said, sometimes I open up my calendar and I'm like,
I had it on there. I thought it was at 11.
How am I going to do this all today?
And then I said, well, let me look at the invite to see what the dress code is. Girl, that thing said 4 to 6.
Well, we're all at different times and different stages of our lives, of our careers and all of that. So one, I want us to talk about where we started. up and bring us kind of forward. But to kind of address what you said, Lisa, I get what you're saying, but because I've been there, you are having the best time of your life.
Oh, wow.
Wait a minute, because she's been there. See, she's over there.
How many times?
Her and Robert go when they want to go.
How many times?
Yeah. Kim, they go when they want to go.
Beach volleyball, no more practices.
But you're living your best life right now. Right now.
So be
right
present.
Now. Right now.
I'm trying.
Yes,
I love
you're
it.
living your absolute best life right now and embrace it. I mean,
says the person who is done. Mia just graduated last week.
Last week.
Yeah. So says the person who is done.
Right.
They are empty nesters. Says that person.
Right. But she's telling the truth.
But
been there, though.
She's been there.
Yeah.
But reflecting
Yeah.
on it,
I know.
reflecting on it. When I reflect now, I think to myself, as much as I wanted to excel in my career, as much as I wanted to make sure dotted all the I's, I crossed all of the T's and all of that.
Mm-hmm.
Now reflecting back, I have amazing children.
Yes, you do.
However, I say to myself, you know what? I wish I would have spent more time with my children. I wish I would have. And I was not by far an absent parent
At all.
I was a parent who was always on the go. I was a parent who was, at the basketball tip-off was happening.
and you
they
running
knew
in.
yes, I'm sliding in. So, it is what it is. But yeah, you living your best life.
Well,
right
everybody knows when they choose to work with me, it's God, family, and then real estate.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
However, as a client, you are a big priority. Yes, but I got to make sure that those kids are taken care of. And above that family, I say kids and husband.
There you go.
Yes.
Kevin.
Yeah.
You're taking care of
Kids and
husband.
husband. Because sometimes they all kind of act the same, similar. All three of them. They just got to figure out what all of them going to have to eat. You know, it could be 8:00. I'm getting home. Mom, what we eating for dinner? Well, Daddy's been home. Y'all hadn't figured that out.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow.
I know you know about that, Marla.
Oh, baby, I know all about
Nice.
it. That's why I became crockpot queen.
Yeah.
Oh,
Crockpot queen,
that's
honey.
good.
Yes. Yes.
Well, I won't be doing any of that. I'm just going to put it out there that my kitchen appliances are stock appliances. They may or may not work. I don't know.
Uh-huh.
It's not for me to find out. I've already owned that and accepted that about me. I'm not a cook.
Mm-hmm.
And my husband is okay with it. I just
There
happen
you
to
go.
marry somebody who loves frozen dinners and going out to eat. And I'm the best DoorDash, Uber Eats
You
order
got it.
you ever. Dinner is served. when are you hungry?
But
I can make it in 30 minutes.
Marla, I'm gonna be honest with you. She's saying that now, but when that baby get here,
Mm-hmm.
honey, she gonna be in that kitchen scurrying around, fixing meals.
I don't know
And
about that.
I'm gonna be like, Kim, what you doing? I hear pots and pans.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm gonna be on
yeah.
Uber Eats extra. That's what
I'm gonna bank on it.
You are?
I'm gonna bet money.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I'll take that bet.
Yeah, I'm gonna bet
Well, you
money.
know
I'll take
what?
that bet.
When we started, how many years ago now? This
We're
is
in our fourth
season.
Yes.
And when we started, I think my youngest was going into high school.
Mm-hmm.
And that time has just gone by. We've had so
wow.
many changes.
Yeah.
Kim,
Yes.
you've had a major change with Chelsea.
Oh.
It's been, yeah.
Yes.
Most people don't
It's
know.
so
Has that been a year yet?
In August, it'll make a year that I lost my baby, Chelsea Clinton.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
She had been with me for 16 years. Oh my God. And I still have not really dealt with the grief,
Mm-hmm.
right? Like we talked about it earlier. I'm a scheduled time to cry.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's really where I've been. And a year has flown by.
But what I notice about you is you stay so busy so you don't have to address it.
You think so?
I know so.
Maybe that's what it is.
Yeah, you stay having something to do.
I'm always
Mm-hmm.
up and then ready to go to
Uh-huh.
bed. I don't know what happens in between that day.
Yeah.
And people keep asking me, do I want to get another dog? And I'm like, she just passed and it's been a year. And I'm like, no, I'm totally not ready. And in fact, I don't think I'm ever going to get another dog. I don't think so.
I don't think so. I think
No, I mean, I'm years and years from now, but it's 16 years is a long time.
Yes, it is.
I mean, I grew up with my sidekick, right?
Right.
And so just having to have different conversations about what's next. And y'all are talking about graduations and babies and, oh God, all of that stuff. When we started, I mean, I can be very candid and honest. We started our first season, I think we were going through IVF. And we, Brandon and I, lost a baby. We were early in the first trimester, lost a baby. And we have since still been trying, and I pray and I receive that we are going to be successful in this attempt. But it is more than a notion to carry that level of trauma and still get up and be there for my clients 100%. And so, you know, I don't want to do anything else.
It's a blessing when you get that client that understands and gives you a pass on some things.
Yeah. And what did you say something, Marla, last week? You said grace. It's about grace.
Yes. Yes.
We give a lot of grace in our efforts, and all we ask for is just a little grace in return.
Yep. Just a little grace.
It may not be
It goes
perfect,
a long
but we're
way.
going to give you a damn near close to 100% experience, perfect experience.
So Marla, you are going into your second year as HBREA president. Is that right?
Yes. Second year as
Houston Black Real Estate Association. She's our president and doing an amazing job.
Absolutely.
And so she took over during the pandemic.
Yes.
Was it during the pandemic?
Yes, 2020.
Wow.
Yes. So that has been
Or 2021.
different for me.
Yes.
Because you think about all the things you're going to do. You think about all the things that you have planned and, I could improve on this event or that event, or we can extend this or whatever the plans were. And then all of a sudden, whoosh, you have to
pivot.
Yes.
We have to learn how to pivot.
So,
and you've done that well.
Yeah, we put on a few events that were virtual. And some of them, to my surprise and to much prayer, they turned out very, very good.
Well, you know, when you pray about it, it's gonna all come together.
Yeah. And then I have an amazing team with HBREA. I can't say that enough. I have my board chair, Kimberly Barnes Henson.
Oh yeah, she's the glue.
She is amazing. And then I have board members around me. My first vice, Felicia Guidry. It's just, it's really, really a big job, but it's, it makes it worth it when you see the success, when you see the people in the community being blessed because of the work that we do.
That's exactly it.
So
I
love that. I really, really, really do.
So what would you say is something going before you took that position that you wanted to accomplish that you have accomplished?
I wanted to, one, make sure that more people knew about the Houston Black Real Estate Association. And so,
bring awareness.
Yes, to bring that awareness. And then thanks to social media, I think that's happening more and more. So before it was kind of like a dark secret of, you haven't heard about.
Right.
So now.
Well, let me just say in the last few years within that organization, so it was, you're the president. Prior to you, it was LaDonna Parker, and then Kimberly Barnes. Let me just say from that is when Kim was president, is when my eyes became keen to it, because I knew about it many years ago. And I just must be honest, and I shared this with you when you called me, that it just wasn't, I didn't have a good impression of it. But you ladies have worked. And you guys have totally turned that around.
Value.
And
we
so,
never knew the value, I think.
Right. And so it's a place that
good thing. But we as a community didn't understand the value of having a Houston Black Real Estate
and it's a place you want to be. You don't want to miss it.
Right.
I mean, because you're going to learn, you're going to be loved on, and you're going to have a great time. And that's really, in my being a broker, owner, mom, wife, that's what I need. I need to learn, because whatever I'm doing, I need to learn. I need a little love.
Grow your business.
Right. Yeah.
Things that will grow your business. People that will help you to grow your business.
Right.
And doing business to business is amazing. It is amazing. It's kind of like the old show Cheers, where it says you want to go where somebody knows your name.
Yes.
Well, y'all know in this real estate market that we've been experiencing, You need somebody who knows your name.
Girl.
That
You got 30 offers on the table.
part. 30 or 40 off.
Yes, absolutely.
Right.
Absolutely. And you need someone who knows how you do business and
Right.
Marla, you said something earlier that really struck a nerve with me. You said when we first started this, oh goodness, or actually maybe it was something we said behind the scenes.
Mhm.
We were talking about why we started the podcast, why we started the show.
Mhm.
You know, we wanted to get education out there, wanted to get some real factual information out to the market.
Mhm.
People were being disillusioned by what it was. So
Just
we
bring
had-
value to the industry.
Right.
Bring value to the
this.
industry.
Yes.
That
We've
is
had
really
some
why.
amazing guests on this show who have given and shared their experience
Mhm.
and their knowledge. We've seen them grow from 0 to
Yes.
100. I mean,
Mhm.
even like our guests and
Mhm.
their
Yes.
contributions to our real estate market.
Right.
So I'm curious, or I actually want to remind the audience of why we chose the name Red Door Conversations.
Mhm.
And Lisa, you came up with Red Door.
Because to me, when you see a red door on a home, to me that spoke power, that spoke prosperity,
Mhm.
that spoke wealth.
Mhm.
It said opportunity to me, and so that is what I wanted people to see as it relates to our show. Opportunity. I wanted them to be able to learn, because we don't know everything, which is why we bring expert guests on.
Mhm.
And we want to get the information out there. I've been thinking here lately, and I'm gonna come back to the door, but it's like I saw a post on social media last week, and it said something about mentors who are mentoring people but are withholding information.
Mhm.
What?
And
Mhm.
I thought to myself, who would do such a horrible thing? If I'm going to choose to hire someone or mentor someone,
Mhm.
I want them to know as much as I know.
Right.
And if I don't know it, let's go together and find out what we can find out.
Right. Right.
And so that is what Red Door is for us. It's opportunity. It's a place of learning.
Mhm.
It's a place of sharing. It's a place of caring. And like I said, to me, the Red Door it just spoke wealth. It spoke power. It spoke opportunity,
Mhm. Mhm.
which is what we wanted. We wanted to empower people. We
Mhm.
wanted to extend opportunities.
Mhm.
And when you have knowledge, that takes you places.
It does.
Yeah.
As a community, it takes us
Yes, it
places,
does.
right?
Absolutely.
Mhm.
So as
Mhm.
individuals, we are able to take our clients and on a one-on-one basis, educate them about home ownership, the power of it, the legacy building opportunities that are with home ownership, but with the show, we've been able to reach a broader audience. I've had
Absolutely.
people come to me and say, oh, I saw the show. And I remember when Marla said,
Mhm.
you know, it made me ask my lender
There
this
you go.
question, you know,
There you go.
so that was the purpose of the show.
There you
And
go.
to have people come to us and say those things means that
Mhm.
we're doing, in 4 seasons, we've gotten some traction. We're doing our job.
Exactly.
We're doing our job.
And also, the reason why I felt it was good to be a part of something like this initially is because if we don't have a seat at the table, we've created our own.
Yeah, that part.
Yeah, we've created our own.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And that's the bigger picture.
On our first show, Elisa, you said, Marla came to me and asked me to be on this show. And she said, who is Kim? Who is that?
Honey, but when I did my research, I said, Marla, you got a heavy hitter over here. Okay?
So we got some heavy hitters. You brought some heavy hitters to the table, Marla.
Yes.
This has been, and I talk to Lisa every other day.
That's
If not.
text.
Uh-huh.
I mean, just to bounce things, because
Right.
you have to have trusted sources
That's
Yes.
right.
in this industry.
That's right. And people who know that there's enough for everybody. People who are secure
Mm.
in what they are doing and where they are, and secure enough to share information
That's
with you
it.
and say, girl, go get it.
Go
And
get
here's
it.
the deal: not looking at it as if it's a pie. You know, if you look at
Mhm.
something as a pie, somebody cuts a piece of that
There's
pie.
only so
In your
many
mind,
slices.
it's less for you.
Yes.
But not looking at it as a river ever flowing,
That
Mhm.
part.
Mhm.
That's good.
And
ever
it is.
flowing, never ending.
And it is. And it is. And you know, to
In
what
four
you
in
said,
4 years,
Mhm.
y'all can call me and ask me for anything.
Yeah.
And I'm getting ready. If I need to move over some furniture because somebody to mess with y'all.
Mama called me at 7:00 in the morning and something didn't sound right in her voice. I said, I'm on my way.
Oh, she did. She sure
said,
did.
no.
I said,
Wait
just
a
want to
minute.
tell you something.
Wait a minute. And then I think Kim had lost her phone or broke her phone. She broke her phone.
Yes.
Ain't
I
said
remember.
nothing to nobody.
And we couldn't
Oh.
contact her.
Girl, I didn't email Brandon.
Sure did. Sure
He didn't
did.
tell me today.
She said,
you better
something's
call
not
Lisa.
right.
If you talk to Lisa today, you better call because she's going to be calling me. And I can't put the APB out for you.
Oh yeah, she was ready. She said, "Marla, something is wrong." I've been
Something not
calling her since
We were doing the
yesterday.
shows. It was COVID had just happened, the pandemic. And we were only like 20, 30 minutes from the show.
Mhm.
And nobody had heard from Kim the whole morning. That was just not characteristic.
Yeah.
And we're like, what is going on? And Marla said, well, Lisa, we got Brandon's email. I said, okay, let me email him. Because we didn't have his number at the time.
He
Let
said
me
he
email him.
knows when he sees your name in his inbox, something's going on. He needs to respond or call
And then
Lisa now.
Better?
But that part is what really, I mean, that's what, in addition to the overall reason we started the show, I'm
Correct.
so blessed. I feel so blessed and so grateful to call you all my sisters. in
That's
real
it.
estate.
That's it.
I mean, iron sharpens iron, and baby, we have been rubbing for 4 years.
That's
We hit
it.
the ground rolling and hadn't looked back since.
That's it.
The
That's
growth
it.
is amazing. I mean, look at this, where we came. The
Yep.
set is
Yep.
beautiful.
Yep.
Exactly.
The growth on the show, the growth independently, the growth together is what I'm excited
That's
about.
it.
Absolutely.
I'm so
And you know, guys, to your point, going back to what the audience is seeing, to what the consumer is seeing, to what the
Yes.
business owner is seeing,
Mhm.
to what our colleagues in the business are seeing, because they're even reaching out to us and saying, man, that was amazing.
Right.
Right.
Can I be
Man,
on
that
the show?
Yes.
Yes.
I have something
yes.
to share.
Yes. God is good.
That is, to me, that is the ultimate thing, because you get so busy doing what you do.
Right.
You get so busy knowing what you know, and you take for granted that other people know it.
That's
and they
it.
don't.
And they don't.
They need the information.
They need
in
the
order to
information.
carry the information to their friends, their family, their coworkers, their neighbors. And that's what I love about
I'm going
it.
to tell you, Marla, you have taught me flexibility. Just be flexible. Let's just roll with it.
Right.
Because I'm always,
Bridget. What time is it?
Yeah. Wait a minute. I rolled up at 10 minutes before showtime today.
Oh,
Knowing 10 minutes.
Oh, wow.
Knowing I'm usually here 3-4 hours ahead of.
Yes.
Marla has taught me flexibility.
Oh, that's awesome.
Kim, you have taught me don't put any time to it. If it's not bringing value, if it's not going to add to what we have going on, don't put time to it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
That's
beautiful.
Yeah.
No, that's
that is
fine.
Kim.
She said, well,
She said, we're going to do this for 2 minutes. We're
yeah,
going to talk about
and then
it
we're
for 2
done with
minutes
it.
and we're done.
We're not getting ready to. Girl,
what's next?
Because I will spill over it forever and be mad. Kim, we're not going to do that.
Yeah. We talked about that already.
Yeah.
We're done with
Yeah,
that.
we're done with that. That's
We're
why
done
when
with
we had that certain issue, you called me because I was gonna feed into it for a little bit.
Kim said we're going to talk about it for 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
And that's
We're done.
it.
And what's the action item? What we doing? What's the actionable?
That's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
I love
So-
it. I love it.
Yeah. So where are the girls now? What's going on with what's the deal?
Okay, so we're gonna start with the baby girl, KK. She is going to the 4th grade. This 3rd grade year, always been a smart child, but leading up to 3rd grade, we knew that there were some things going on with her. However, as a parent, you never want to do anything that could potentially adversely affect your child.
Right.
So the kindergarten teacher told us that she's very active and the ability to focus was not there. We got that same email from a 1st grade teacher, got the similar email from 2nd grade teacher. So at the school that they're at, we knew 3rd grade was anywhere across the board. 3rd grade is a hard grade.
Yes.
It's a transitional
Is it really?
grade.
Yes.
And so we
Yes.
got that email. We got that email from that teacher probably about the 2nd week of school. I went into mama bear mode. So had a friend that's a pediatrician, called her to talk to her, asked her if there are some things that we could do naturally, not want to pump meds into my child.
Right.
She said, not really anything that can be done naturally. She did tell me about a situation with her own personal child where she put her son on ADHD medicine, and it changed the whole game for him, changed his whole trajectory.
And his life experience is changing.
And so I talked to her. I then called she's a client and a friend. She is one of the only behavioral psychiatrists here in the city. And I called her. She emailed me, and she emailed both of the teachers the exam, a questionnaire, or whatever, to determine if the child is ADHD. Because you can only prescribe, well, not only, but it's best to prescribe that medicine if you have the information to support it. So those teachers filled that out. She sent that. All of this happened within hours. We got the email on one day. I got on the phone. It pays to know people. So all of this happened within some days. Not some days, that day. I have the pediatrician's number in my phone. It was 5:30. I texted her. I did not call the office. I texted her. She said, I'm still seeing patients. I'll call you on my way home. So that was a Wednesday. She made me an appointment for Friday. The kids got out of school early that Friday. We were in the doctor's office. My daughter had her medicine that Friday night at 7:00. So
wow. How is it impacted her?
Oh my God. High honor roll this year.
Really?
High honor roll. Exceptional school year.
Right. All right.
But I believe that when teachers know that the parent is working with them and caring, have the same level of, have an even greater level of care, because my child went on to be that teacher's probably one of her favorite students in the class. And it's known that this teacher is very difficult to get along with. But she loved my child, and my child loved her.
Yeah.
So as a parent, you gotta do what you need to do for your child.
Yes.
My oldest,
But you did your due diligence.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, you did your due diligence.
Kendall is doing well, learning some lessons young, which is good. She's 13 now, and she plays volleyball. She too went to St. Helen Catholic School with Cadence. She's going to the 8th grade. We're taking her in a different direction. Some situations that occurred that we were not pleased with. We knew that she deserved to be in a certain organization. And due to that principal's choice, she denied my child of becoming and my child too had high honor roll as well. She qualified. And so we decided to, go in a different direction. What may work for one child may not work for the other child.
Right.
So that was a learning for Kevin and I. We learned that, which is good. What I can say is both of us are in tune with our children. We listen to our children. We talk to our children. And she had been saying, I don't like it there. I don't like it there. Now we were saying, okay, well, let's just finish. We started hearing that probably about February or March.
Okay.
And so we say, okay, well, let's just finish out the school year. Let's just finish out the school year. Let me see if this is going to shake out like we want it to.
Right.
If it doesn't shake out like we know it should, then we're going to do something different, which is what we did. So we are sending her to the zone, her school we're going to do public school. Okay. And so she's very excited. This is her first year. This will be her first year trying public school out. And she is over the moon excited. Okay. She is excited. She plays volleyball. We've had some growing pains in that as well. And so because she is naturally athletic, she felt like she was going to always be at the cream of the crop. But baby, it's always somebody coming through that's better than you. You're going to have to put that work in. With this athleticism that the good Lord has blessed you with, you're going to have to put that work in. Yeah. And so we'll see. She's putting the work in, doing what she needs to do. In addition to that, we got to get that attitude right. When things don't go your way, everybody don't have to know it. But and see, her mama had to learn that too.
In my mind.
You were saying where she get that from?
I said, Lisa. Well, first season, no, second season. So Lisa, everybody don't need to know what you're thinking. You don't have to tell them everything you're thinking. You don't need to tell them. I mean, if you think it is coming out,
girl,
don't have it.
Well, here's the deal
going on.
She may not say anything, but it's all over her face. So that piece of it is her dad.
Okay.
See, she might not say anything. It's gonna be all over her face. See, it's not gonna be over my face. It's gonna be on my face for a minute and then
straight out.
That ain't right either. Hey, we all work in progress, right?
We are. We are.
But I always know I'm coming from a place of love. I mean, but if you cross me, yeah, you're gonna get it. Yeah. But yeah, so she is learning that you can't, because what I didn't know this. I ran track in high school. Volleyball is very political.
Oh yeah.
I didn't know that.
Well, sports, and I'm sports parent.
Yes, you are.
Sports now, it is very political.
Yeah.
It's very political. I've seen kids go through experiences where they were talented, but because a certain coach felt this way or that way.
That's true.
It is.
Brandon was that way.
There's a
he
lot of
very
different
in basketball, but he had a coach that he butted heads with. And I mean, it was bad.
Wow. Yeah. This was in high school or college?
In high school. And his friends will say now he was really good. He should have gone further.
See
and
there.
So y'all know we built a basketball court in the backyard.
Yes.
So I tell him all the time, baby, you're not going to the league.
So he had a love for basketball.
You're not going to the league no more. So that dream is gone. He's out there getting it in like 2 a days. But
I love it.
But yeah, he had a love for basketball, and it was a coach.
Yes.
Who benched him when he was the best player on the team.
Wow. It happened.
Everybody knew it.
I see it.
And so I guess you're saying I played college basketball, and I think I was really kind of blinded by that because I was in it. And I really I carried a basketball in my car. I was ready. I have a basketball tattooed on my body.
They could have had that love in basketball.
They could.
You in that movie.
That was me.
That was
in
you.
my mind. I was Sanaya.
That part.
So I don't think I got the political part of it, but I do see it now. I mean, they are paying kids in college, which I guess they should have always done. So that's a good thing because these schools are making money hand over fist.
Yes. That's right.
Yes.
And they're making it because of these kids' sweat and dedication.
That's it.
So they need to be paid.
I think so as well. I think so as well. I'm also seeing that depending on who your parents are. If your parents now, and when whomever your parents are, that depends on if you get playing time.
That's right. Here on this sofa and told us, if you don't have somebody in the room, in the boardroom, advocating and lobbying for you, guess what? Whatever your issues are, they're not
They're not being heard.
And that's everything.
That's
we talk about affordable housing in Houston,
everything,
all of that,
funding, financing, whether there's going to be a buyer's agent or not going to be an agent. If there's nobody advocating in the room for that, it won't be done. Just like I was just floored. I mean, I don't even want to say this. I was just floored at how much money and resources our city and county puts towards affordable housing, but we can't produce any housing in volume. And sometimes it's because people don't want to do it. And then sometimes it's because people aren't communicating. And it's just sitting there. But people are needing a place to live.
Yes.
And I think also what it is sometimes is that there's a certain group of people that they want to partake of that.
Yes.
And they're letting those people, that group.
Right.
And when that group is ready to move on it, then it'll happen. Until then, nobody else knows about it.
Right. Right. And that's unfortunate.
Well,
because people think that your elected official is there representing you and they're gonna and sometimes people listen, from a personal perspective, some of the folks that are elected officials that I know sacrifice. It is a sacrifice.
It is a true sacrifice.
Their family, events. If people who are really dedicated, then you have people who are in it for something else. Money, opportunity, power, success, whatever. That's the dangerous part because the people who you're supposed to be representing, they are losing every time. They are losing.
And the problem is it's like a wolves in sheep clothing kind of thing. They present one person to you and then you get this once.
But that's like you said, life is political. Everything.
It is, Kim.
You better just show up.
am Lisa White, broker co-owner of GBR Realty and the team lead for the Lisa White team. Today's Builder Spotlight is Shea Homes in the Del Bello community. They are conveniently located off of 288 and just minutes from the medical center. I am standing in the model home of their 50-foot series. This floor plan is the 4069 plan and is approximately 2,900 square feet and is priced in the mid 500s. Why should you move to Del Bello? Because it will give you the best bang for your buck as it relates to new construction. When you and your family move to Del Bello, you can expect to enjoy a resort-style pool, splash pad, outdoor pavilion, walking trails, playgrounds, recreation center, and 40 acres of lakes, all within this quaint, family-oriented community. I hope that you've enjoyed this Shea home as much as I have, and a sneak peek of what Del Bello has to offer. My team would love to connect with you and give you a personalized tour. I look forward to chatting with you soon.
Kim, I want to talk to you, catch us up, because you have done an event out at your Vantage Point.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So
Catch us up with what's going on.
let me just take a couple steps back, because when we bought that tract of land, it was an acre and a quarter of land we bought in 2019. I started the replatting process, ran into a hiccup. So when you replat and you develop a tract of land in the city of Houston, you have to go through permitting. But sometimes if there's a deed restriction, you have to go through the planning commission, and you have to have that deed. My deed happened to have an ambiguous term on it.
I remember that.
And it seemed like it was a commercial tract of land where I couldn't build homes there. And my commitment was to build homes. Now I could have put a gas station there and I'd have been fine. But the communities that we built in already have enough gas stations. We have enough liquor stores. So my goal was to build homes and
Quality, yes.
quality, affordable homes. So went through the whole planning commission, had to change the use to single family use. And we did that. In fact, I had more than a handful
That's what
of
you had to get the
people.
signatures for.
That's what I had to get the signatures. So you all helped me with that. And this was a whole effort. We knocked on 200 plus doors in Sunnyside in August during COVID to get 191 people to sign and agree that I could convert my land use from commercial to residential. I had, like I said, more than a handful of people tell me don't do it. You're not going to do it. You can't do that. It's not possible. Sell it. Just sell it. Just get out of it. And when I was ready to give up, I'm going to get emotional.
You were ready to give up, Kim. You got to share
I was
that.
ready to give up on so many occasions. But I remember I sent a text message to y'all and my teammates from college, Chanel, Sylvia, Erica, Sybil. And I said, y'all, I'm done. I've run out of steam. I don't have it. I'm done. And y'all showed up and said, we're not going to let you quit. Y'all came out there and knocked on doors with me to get these signatures. And so we were able to do that, but it takes people who care enough to do it.
That's right. You called me and I said, girl, what are you talking
Yeah.
about? I said, girl, when do you need
When do
us?
you need us to be
I mean,
there?
what are you talking about?
I mean,
you gonna
it was
give
hot.
up?
Oh, but y'all would not let me give up. I'm talking about winning my sale. And I want to thank y'all. And I thank my friends who showed up for me. I thank the people who signed and supported and encouraged me and told me, don't give up. We need you to do this. And so anyway, got past that, got the deed. We're in the final stages. I'm actually working with a builder to finish out the construction on that. We should start at the end of this month. Realistically, we've had a bunch of start stops, but we should start that at the end of this month. In the meantime, I've done some construction where we built and sold in Third Ward, and I've got to meet the family that I built and sold that home for. So to me, that's why I do this. And
that's
It's hard work and we sacrifice ourselves, but I met a family who's going to raise a young family. They're going to raise their kids. I created
and that's what it's about.
To raise their family.
And that is what it's about.
And it changes their whole trajectory. Because if you're a renter forever, you're giving somebody else money towards their investment.
Oh, absolutely.
To their family. But if you have an opportunity to own, that is your legacy. And
that's why I tell people,
there's nothing like that for me. So And I've been able to partner. I want to say this too. I've been able to partner with the city of Houston. We're getting ready to break ground this month on 4 homes. We have 8 that we're going to build for them this year. And then we'll do another 12 next year. But we're getting ready to break ground on 4. And those are going to be in the City Gas community out in North Houston. Another underserved community. And I say this on every chance I get. When we look in underserved communities and they say, oh, there's a food desert. It's a food desert. Well, there will not ever be any businesses. There won't be any grocery stores
if you don't put housing.
See residential.
That's
Commercial
right.
real
That's
estate
right.
follows residential rooftops. And our communities, underserved communities, have not seen these type of projects in 50 plus years. So naturally, you're not going to see a grocery store. But those areas, Acres Homes, Sunnyside, City Gas,
let's talk Third Ward as an example. For years, there was no development there. The development started. What do we have now? HEB, right. Thriving.
That's exactly what happened.
Exactly.
In fact, let me tell you, one of my first investment properties that I helped an investor acquire is in the heart of Third Ward on Del Rio. I remember when I went through this process with him and financing it, and he was nervous. He's like, I don't know if we can sell it out. And I had looked at the plans for Third Ward. That HEB had been in discussions for years, and they were waiting on this type of development to really pull the trigger. So he was one of the first. And then now you see $350,000, $400,000 homes all in that area. And I'll say this, there has to be a mix. It can't all be $350,000, $400,000. There has to be some mixed affordable housing in there. So we have to, a person who's just looking at green and money, they're going to take a maximum dollar return. So when I say we have to be at the table, we need to show up and sprinkle some affordable housing, because we know what that does to people's lives.
That's right. Where that advocacy. That's where that advocacy comes in. That's why we do what it is that we do.
Yeah.
That's awesome, Kim. That's awesome.
Absolutely.
So yeah, so the building development is just taking off. The investors, I have a good group of investors I'm working with who are hungry and they want to do the right thing. For me, it's all about a vision.
That's it.
Tell me what your vision is. And if your vision doesn't align, then I don't necessarily want to work
Take the project
at that point. I think we've all gotten to that point, even with our clients. You know, it's got to be, you know, energy is not created.
I don't mind telling somebody.
Energy is not created. It's just exchange.
You go find you someone else to work with.
We can't do anything. Your energy is not well. We can't work together.
Yeah, I don't mind.
Or clients.
And that took years, but I don't mind doing it.
Right.
In fact, it's easy for me to do these days. I don't.
And sometimes people will autocorrect their energy when they know you're not accepting that trash.
That part. I mean, because again, it goes back to we have so many other things going on.
Right.
We don't have to do this. You know, you understand? With you, we don't have to go through that with you.
Yes.
And it's a journey.
Yes. Yeah. Now we would love to help you, but listen to us. We're the professional. That's all we ask. Yeah. Listen. That's all we ask. I mean, because I know neither of you and we're not going to steer you wrong. We're not going to steer you wrong. We love what we do. We've been doing it. I've been doing this. August will be 21 years. How about you?
Yeah, it's
about the same. Yeah. And what
16.
Okay. So what is that? 40? That's what? Almost 60?
60
almost 60 years of real estate. Yes. Yes.
Wow.
And
sitting right here.
It has changed. People don't realize how much things change. Our industry changes. We have to keep abreast of that. They don't realize how much, I mean, just me, I was thinking where I've come from just from 4 years ago. Not even talking about from 20 years ago, getting into the business and navigating through it. You know, I've been a mother, a sister, a wife, a daughter, everything while building a real estate company, while, you know, training and mentoring others that are coming into the business, having a desire to really help people. It's been a lot. You know, my kids have grown. Mia has pretty much grown up in real estate.
Absolutely.
You know, my sons, I mentioned earlier, me sliding into the basketball games and things of that nature, track meet, all of that. by the
Right.
skin on my teeth.
Yeah, KK has a track meet at 3:00 today.
Yeah. So it's really something. But I'm so grateful and glad to just be on this journey with you ladies.
Absolutely.
Well, we're glad
Absolutely.
to be
I
here
wouldn't
with
trade
you.
this experience for anything.
At all.
It's been amazing.
It has.
It has been an amazing journey, and I'm looking forward to continuing this with you guys. I will tell you, our schedules are hard.
It's tough
Yes.
to
Yeah.
maintain.
Yes.
And
You know,
Yes.
it gets harder and harder to make it happen, but that's when keep doing it because somebody needs it.
That was good.
Yeah. The devil
Somebody
always
needs
try to, when something is working.
Well, thank you guys so much for taking the time to catch up with the ladies of Red Door Conversations, Real Talk and Real Tea.
Yes.
And we will see you guys very, very soon. Bye-bye.